Good morning, everyone. I'm out in the country today. It is going to be a gorgeous day, up to about 50. It's supposed to be windy, but that ain't going to matter because it's 50 degrees out. I'll take that in the middle of January. Going to be meeting up with Rick and Nikki and hopefully doing some house permissions. I just went to the local convenience store to pick up some sweets. Had a little bit of a sweet tooth after breakfast and kicked off the side of the highway. Was this quarter. Looks like it's been hit by quite a few vehicles and tossed around. You can see it even cut into the copper. So we're on the board today with some big money. We'll see what else we can get. The day is young. I wanted to show this as well. We had knocked on a door a couple weeks ago, and there was a real nice elderly guy there that you could tell he was kind of lonely, and we chatted with him a long time, and it was good chatting with him. He was an old timer, and he let us detect around his yard, and he was just happy to have the company there, and he gave us each a first aid kit, and I haven't opened it up yet, but that was extremely nice of him. I'm keeping it in my vehicle. Could always come in handy for detecting. I probably should have had one of these in my car. But I just wanted to show that to you guys. You know, it's a mixed bag when you door knock. You get a lot of mean people, and then you get a few here and there that just sort of make your day, and sometimes you even make some local friends. So you just never know. Every day you go out detecting should be an adventure. And just keep in mind that not every day you're going to find treasure. So just wanted to share that with you guys, and we're going to get to hunting here shortly. Hopefully we can pull up some oldies today. I forgot to take both of my fines pouches out of my place and put them back into my car from yesterday. I had the one in my house from the hunt before, and then yesterday I took it in to clean off my fines, and I forgot both of them today. So I have this little red purse, which is most likely going to act as my fines pouch today. And I got some of my little miniature Ziploc bags in there for any good finds so they don't get scratched around. And this reminded me of Darla Seafluth, who does a segment at the end of their videos called What's in My Bag, and she dumps it all out. So it looks like I'm gonna have to call my wrap-ups now. It's gonna be What's in My Purse. Alright, we're out hunting an old home site here. We were just at an old house. It's right over the other way here. Unfortunately, it was filled in. There wasn't many targets at all. We're hunting the one next door we got permission for. I hit a couple weedies. I got a weird clipped one. I just got a signal here. It came in 11-14, and it was about 3 inches down. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be a war nickel because it has a little bit of silver and yellow coming through, and the yellows normally have the war nickels tarnished. So I'll clean it up in a minute. And Nikki here just pulled a wheat scent right by their front porch, which is a 1925D, which is a slightly uncommon one, which is a really good find. So congratulations, Nikki.
Thank you.
Alright, gonna do a live dig here. I have a signal mark. It's real windy and we're by traffic, so I'm not gonna show the signal, but it's coming in pretty high. So it's actually 2 bleeding targets. It sounds like sort of like a quarter next to a penny, but there's old stuff in this yard, so we'll see. I can't really see too well through the viewfinder. It's really sunny out. Actually, I can't see through it at all, so I hope this is in frame. Good signal, that's for sure. Looks like I missed it by a little bit, because it sounded like there were a couple tones, but we'll see. It looks like it's just some sort of old piece of brass. Not sure what that is though. Oh well. Alright, Rick's on board with silver. He got a nice signal down under. I'll let him break it out, but I'll show it there. It's a little bit older one too, in good shape, 1934. Congratulations.
First of the day, thank you.
Yeah. Alright guys, we're hunting a mansion that was built in 1926. It's the first mansion I've ever hunted, and I know the first one all three of us have ever hunted. Can't show too much from here because they're vehicles parked there, and you can see the license plate number. We got some really good finds to show, not mine up until now, but Nikki had already found a sterling silver pen, which is something that's been on my bucket list. Found it by the front steps. Awesome. It has a 1915 patent date on it. I'll show that. She got a Merc and a buff, and I got a beautiful ornate sterling ring here. My first really good find. We've been here about 20 minutes, or maybe a half hour. I got 4 wheat pennies already too. Beautiful ring there. It's going to look great cleaned up. Definitely sterling. And it's definitely an antique one. Awesome. See what else we can find. Okay, so here's a little bit of a shot of the mansion. Got a really good view for here, that's for sure, but I don't want to show too much of where it's at. But great view from here. And not a ton of targets in here. It's kind of really spread out. I've been going about 20 minutes without really getting anything in the few scrap targets that I dug anyway because of the location. But I isolated a good signal here. Going 1445, 1245, about 3 inches, and the grass is pretty high, but this may be 4 inches. We'll dig it live. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping it's a silver dime. Now, Rick got a silver coin. I guess he didn't rub it. He said he thinks it's a rosy. So there's definitely some finds coming out of here. I just dug a 1941 nickel about a half hour ago. In the plug, sounds pretty good. Silver, sweet. See if I can get in on it. Right there. Looks like a mercury dime. Wasn't very deep, it was in the clay. 1919. I can see it on there, that's awesome. And it looks like it's in half decent shape, so I'm not gonna rub that. Oh, that's awesome. All right. On board with a silver coin from the mansion. See what else we can find. It's gonna be dark probably in about 40 minutes. All right, we're gonna do a little wrap up here. I'm not gonna show much of my stuff. Just it's a lot of trash in there. I always get the bike reflectors like 10 inches down. I don't know why in the old yards. Got a cap gun part I probably won't show in the other wrap up, just the barrel. But that's mostly just all scrap in there, and just the wheats and the other things. Rick made some really good finds here today. I showed that Merc. This is one he dug at the mansion. It's a silver rosy. He's got a Nichols of 62. Some interesting pieces here. But one of the great finds, got one off my bucket list, the mansion. It's one too. I was like, oh. We're pretty sure you can see some nicks in this, and it looks solid underneath. We're pretty sure this is sterling and not plated, but he has to do a deep scratch on it to double check. But it is a Rogers. I saw it back on there, and it's, I think that's, yeah, this, I don't know, I think that says SI, I'm not sure, but it says Rogers. We're pretty sure that's sterling. And then there's Nikki's killer finds, a pink camouflage flashlight. There's some live ammunition.
She's set.
Yeah, there's that. There's that. Here's, I want to see the Buffalo nickel. That one looks pretty worn. Probably not a date on that one. But she found all the stuff right near the front steps of the mansion, which is the Merc, the Buffalo, and this, which I think is the best find of the day. We'll see if it's a silver pen or a silver pencil. Not sure, but it has the 1915 patent on it, and It's Mark Sterling. Really cool find. So we turned up some really cool finds today, and I'll be doing my wrap up in a second. Alright, gonna make this quick. We hunted 3 house sites today. The first one we moved on fairly quick because we found out it was filled in. I guess they had some drainage problems and they did a lot to the yard. I did find a wheat there though, but that's not much else came out of there. The second location was an old house. It looked like around the maybe a 1930s era build. And then we hunted the 1926 mansion. The split between the clad and the wheats was probably close to even split between the two places, except the first place had more of the clad coins. At the mansion, I really only dug like 1 or 2 memorials. The rest were wheats on the pennies. But anyway, real fun day detecting. Beautiful weather out there. 3 clad quarters, one of which is a bicentennial. That one was from the mansion. We will plan on going back there. We had to cut it a little bit short because the owners were leaving. Got 2 clad dimes, 1 modern nickel. Only 8 copper pennies today. That's a little bit of a change of pace from how many I normally dig. Got 1 old nickel, 1941. It's actually in pretty good condition. Probably a VF coin that came from the mansion. That's a nice coin there. I'm happy to have that. Ended up with a dozen wheat pennies. I'll just run through them real quick. Got 41, 42, 42, 46, 51D, 52D, 53D, 56 plain, 57D. To the 2 older ones, got a 1929 and a 1925, and this one I wanted to show. Oh, it's pretty hilarious, but somebody went to town clipping that one. But the date is still barely on there. It's a 45. Very crazy wheat scent. Like neat finds like that. That was out of the first yard. And then the silver for today. So the war nickel, which came from the, when I say the first place we hunted, I'm not counting the first one that was filled in because there was only like a couple targets in there. 1944 war nickel in pretty good shape. It has a lot of black spots on it, but they're rubbing off. It's kind of strange. You can see around the rim. It's got a lot of these weird black marks. Never quite seen it before. But a nice 44p war nickel. That one cleaned up pretty good for just rinsing it. I'm going to do more on that one. The Merc that I thought was a 1919 turns out it's a 39. Because there was dirt on the 3rd digit there, made it look like a 1, but surprisingly it's a 39S. You'll see the mint mark in a second, which I'm pretty sure I haven't dug before, but it's a little bit dinged up and damaged. I didn't do that. You saw it was in the center of my plug. But still a cold find. Left some silver. You can see the S mint mark down there. And probably the best find of out of my finds today is this sterling silver ring. It has a loop on it, so I'm not sure if somebody had that soldered on there, if it's part of the design. So I'm not sure if it was worn as a ring or a pendant. Beautiful ornate design though. And let's see if I can find the mark there. It has the old style sterling mark on it. You can see right in there. And it has what I believe to be an arrow with a U in the middle. Not familiar with that mark offhand, but I can research it. So those are my finds today, and not sure if I'll get out hunting tomorrow. Might actually be able to for a little bit. So thanks guys for watching, and I hope you're getting out there and making some good finds. Take care.